Hi, as promised last time, in this video I will talk about a few photos that I have taken in Versailles in the summer of 2018. Most of these photos were taken during a single evening, and let's just begin. You could obviously find this album, the link to this album in the description below, and you're also welcome to visit my website to search for other videos and also read my thoughts on different issues. So this first photo was taken at the entrance to the castle. Basically, there was an outer gate which was already closed, and I basically just shot through the gate, and it was handheld, so it was slightly the image is slightly grainy, but nevertheless you could see the beautiful details of the very highly decorative architecture. You could also see the beautiful lighting, which, by the way, this photo was taken right after 10 p.m., so maybe half an hour after sunset, and it was quite I would say that it was quite beautiful evening. To think of it, it's almost 2 years ago. Today is what, the 4th of June 2020, and that was the 12th of June. Very well, really time had passed very quickly. And this is from further back, I would say 30 meters back, and it was taken 10 minutes after that previous photo, so you could see that the sky became a bit darker, and you could also see that the outer entrance that I mentioned. So I think the previous photo probably was taken around here in that position. I took that photo there, and you could see the what is this called? The promenade, maybe, or the square in front of the entrance to the castle, and to the left of the frame there is a parking for small cars, and to the right there's a parking for tourist buses. This is another photo taken during the day, a few days earlier, as you could see, the 9th of June. A couple of swans, basically. And this was taken on that same afternoon. I think it was probably a little bit too sunny that day. I'm not entirely sure, and maybe it was not the best time because of the amount of light available to take that to be taking pictures. But nevertheless, I took a walk and I took some pictures. This was a pond, a lake, to the south of the castle. I think if you are to look from this vantage point, which is just at the, I would say, the south. I would say the southeast corner of the garden, and right to the west of the castle, top the orangerie, you will be able to see this lake in the shape of a mirror, and I think this probably is how it's called. I'm not entirely sure what the name of that is. Let me check just on my phone very quickly. I think this is called Pièce de Suisse. Okay, it's not called the Mirror Lake, but okay. And this was another picture taken from more or less the same vantage point, but it was 10 minutes even later, and this one I think was taken handheld at half a second, so it was the photo came out a little bit shaky, a little blurry, but I think it was maybe usable. What's interesting was that there was this tourist who I guess wandered around the castle and either he lost track of the time or he couldn't find the way out, because it's a very big compound, and if you are to walk toward in the wrong direction, you could possibly be lost and be, I would say, more than an hour from any exit. So for whatever reason, he was a tourist, was very late to have come out from the gardens. You could see just during that 20 minutes from from maybe 10 p.m. to 10:32, you could see the light had really gone, and the artificial lighting illuminating the castle was now much more prominent, and thanks to the half-second shutter speed, we could see a little bit of motion blur. I think that's probably what makes this image interesting to me enough that I put it on my blog. This is another photo taken quite a bit earlier, as you could see. This wasn't just a few minutes past 9 on the same evening, and this is a restaurant, I would say about 30 meters away from the entrance to the castle, and I think it's to the north of the square, and if I'm to see, I think it's called Rue Colbert. So that's, yeah, it's Pavillon Colbert, and this road is called Rue Colbert, which is right to the north of the entrance. And this is the town hall of Versailles. As you can see, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, and very beautiful building, very well kept. You can see the beautiful big paned windows, and the large chandeliers, very nice at night. It's a very beautiful sight. This is another angle. You could see the big hall in the front. This probably is a single room, the Great Hall. Yet another angle, and here you can see some of the flowers grown right in front of the building. And this is another angle. Here you see a what is it called? I'm not entirely sure. Anything. Anyways, it's a memorial of people who died during World War One, and here it's a smaller one. Those who died in World War Two from Versailles. And you could see that people from Versailles are called Versaillais. This is a photo taken on the 9th So in the same afternoon that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, here I think we have a better view of the orangerie, and you could see all the plants had been already taken out. Some of them are orange trees, but not all of them. I have another album which was taken, I think, in I think probably it was taken in 2019, which featured much prominently these plants. So you could just go on my website and search Versailles or Orangerie, and you could see more detailed pictures. Some of them very beautiful, very interesting. I would say all of them are beautiful. Otherwise, I don't put it on my website. But some of them could be very interesting too. And this is the Louis the 14th, I think, the Sun King, the guy basically who moved the court of France to Versailles. Yeah, it says Louis 14, Roi de France. Right, this guy. And his grandson is the one who went on the guillotine. This is another pack of swans. It's an interesting story about swans is that the couples when they have a new batch of youngsters, they cygnets. They raise them for almost 1 year, 11 months. And in early April, when the mother is about to lay eggs for a new batch, they chase away the old one, the cygnets from last year. And by that time, they have already turned white. And these youngsters would live in packs, mixing with other youngsters, cygnets, or maybe already swans. The young adults, they will stay in these type of packs for a year or two, and then they will form new couples and chase away the rest of the pack. And this thing just happens again and again, rinse and repeat. This is how swans live. And obviously, you see, this is a pack, so they are probably quite young. Here's another angle of that lake. Yeah. Not much to be said. Okay, so this is already this album. As I said, it's a short album. It doesn't have a lot of photos. And so basically, I welcome you to visit my blog and see some other photos or pictures as you like. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.